What's going on, everyone? What a huge team win by the Lakers. I mean, that game, you want to talk about stress. You want to talk about losing a couple years of your life on that game. I mean, that was one of those games. The Lakers looked absolutely dead in the water on numerous occasions this game, but stayed resilient, fought hard, picked up, and were very live in that second half. That they came out, they were flat. They couldn't buy a bucket. Milwaukee was just getting whatever they wanted on both sides of the basketball, and it just looked like, all right, this is going to be a bad just blowout game. D'Lo first game back after missing because of the illness. It was like he's struggling. He's a little rough right now. And then all of a sudden, the Lakers just turned it on. And defensively, I thought that they were great. I thought they did an excellent job against Damian Lillard. They contained Giannis as much as you possibly can contain Giannis. They did their part on both sides of the basketball. Austin Reeves defensively was fantastic. He had the assignment of Damian Lillard for the most part and held him very modest. 9 of 29 from the field, 3 of 14 from three. There was a couple sequences where Reeves just great defense, better offense, which is fine. You live with that. You tap Reeves on the head and you say, hey, good job. Great way to get the W. But I need to see more of that from just Reeves and the team in general, right? Because especially Reeves, because teams are really targeting Austin Reeves. Now, obviously, the concern for this game is the tired legs. Anthony Davis played nearly 52 minutes, D'Lo 50, Reeves 48, Dinwiddie 42, Rui 40, right? Prince played 29, Hayes 17. Like, it's just, now, the 28-17 isn't as much, but point is, like, these guys played more minutes than they have been in recent games. And so what does it look like? Lakers have a back-to-back. Kind of the worst case scenario was 2 overtimes, and unfortunately they got it. But a couple things. LeBron James, he should be well rested and ready to go. This is why you rest LeBron against a team like Milwaukee. It's why I've talked and defended that kind of philosophy and idea, because it is. It's good philosophy, good idea. You have the potential of losing to Milwaukee with or without LeBron, right? But if you end up stealing that win, now you got a healthy, energized LeBron who didn't play 50 minutes like everyone else that now gets to go and take on the Memphis Grizzlies and is fresh, ready, and ripe to go. I mean, this game shouldn't even have went in overtime, right? The refs did everything they could to kind of keep Milwaukee in this game, and yet Milwaukee just kept selling in every way possible. I mean, and for those that want to go watch the last sequence with D'Angelo Russell. D'Lo, first off, before we dive into that, D'Lo was spectacular, right? He rough in the first half, looked like he's just gonna have one of those games. And then in that third quarter, I mean, single-handedly was just keeping us afloat in that game. Was absolutely spectacular. 29 points, 7 rebounds, 12 assists. Shooting, again, he was 7 of 22 from the field, but he was like 0 of 8 or something to start the game, something crazy like that. So he basically shot 50% the rest of the way, which is good. 5 of 12 from 3. He had 12 assists, only 4 turnovers isn't great, but in comparison to 12 assists, now 3-to-1 assist turnover ratio, got a block, couple steals to offset those turnovers, had himself quite the game, clutch free throws down the stretch, but D'Lo should have been a foul. And then Milwaukee even challenged it. And this is my thing. Like, if we're going to go and review to get the call right, why aren't the refs able to call a foul when they see a foul? Because D'Lo was clearly fouled. He got hit in the face. I mean, he got smacked a couple times. That should have easily been called a foul. And my thing is like, okay, and either way, even if it was the other way, right? Like, if the Lakers fouled and they challenged, then it should be able to be overturned, right? Like, that should be the thing. It shouldn't be just for the Lakers. I'm not saying, the Lakers should just get fouled. I'm talking about the NBA period. And you've seen plenty of games, if you watch enough basketball, where that situation happens all the time, where they don't call the foul and then they call it out on the other team rather than calling the foul, but it was clearly out on your team or said team, but like, because they didn't call the foul, now they have to overturn it. To me, it's like, no, well, hey, you know what? Milwaukee, yes, you're right. It was off of D'Lo, but there was a clear foul on Malik Beasley. Therefore, it's ruled 2 free throws for the Lakers, right? Like, hey, sucks, right? Like, get the right call. And again, I would feel the same way about it the other way. If it's the right call, how can you be mad about it, right? That's the whole point of the review. But D'Lo was spectacular, and then he kind of passed the torch to Austin Reeves, man. Anthony Davis too, but we're going to touch on him here more independently in a moment. Just want to highlight Austin Reeves for a minute because he was spectacular. Triple-double, 29 points, 14 rebounds, 10 assists, 10 of 20 from the field, 4 of 11 from 3. Hit some clutch free throws, 5 of 6, 2 blocks, only 1 turnover. He took care of the basketball, which was great. He did Austin Reeves things in that fourth quarter and those overtimes, hit the biggest shot of the game. I mean, he had himself a game. Defensively, though, that's where I really tip my hat to Austin Reeves this game. We know Austin Reeves can score. He's been inconsistent at times. Look, I've had my critiques. I've expressed my frustrations plenty with Austin Reeves, but I've also taken the time to praise Austin Reeves when he deserves it. I've made entire videos diving into Austin Reeves and how great I think he's been. And I still fully believe that when he's on, right? When he's on, he's with the best of them, right? But also the problem is when he's not on, he's been so bad defensively that he almost becomes unplayable. But he's had good defensive games. This was a great defensive game by him, in my opinion. And he had a tough assignment, right? He wasn't defending, the guy just standing in the corner all game. He wasn't just defending Malik Beasley all game who's just trying to jack up threes. No, he was out there holding his own. He did the same thing in the Atlanta Hawks game. I thought he did an excellent job defensively. And he was having the tough assignments. He was moving his feet, staying in front of Murray. Like, he's shown that he can at times, but it's just he needs to lock in. He needs to focus, right? But, man, Austin Reeves was absolutely him today. He was spectacular and just came through clutch. I mean, look, I've always talked about it. The guy's not afraid of the moment. That's for sure. He's always a guy that can show up in the moment, hit the big shots. He's not shy at all. He almost hit the game winner too, right? He almost hit that deep three with like 0.8 left or whatever. Man, that was right there. It looked good. I thought he was going to hit it, and unfortunately it didn't drop. But great game from Austin Reeves. And then Anthony Davis. I mean, before I get into Anthony Davis, there is concerns like, is he going to miss tomorrow's game? What's going to happen with him? Hopefully he plays. We need him, right? We need him to play. We need him to play badly. But, if obviously I'd rather him be healthy and have him ready for the play-in games and the playoffs rather than, try to force him for a game that we should win even without him. Obviously, there's a lot of concerns. We can't replicate what Anthony Davis can provide like we can with LeBron for any given night, but we should be able to get the job done. Team plays together. LeBron James is probably going to have to carry heavy, but he got the extra rest, so we need you to show up. So we'll see. We'll see what the report is tomorrow. I would say, expect him out, and if he plays, then great, right? But he's done a really good job of just kind of playing through things this year and not missing much time at all. But he's also officially hit the game requirement. So does he kind of take it a little easier now? Does he say, okay, well, I already hit the game requirement. Let me take a game or two off, right? I just don't want to see the Lakers offset a huge win against the Milwaukee Bucks to then lose to the Memphis Grizzlies. I really hope that doesn't happen. I really hope that's not the case. But Anthony Davis himself was spectacular this game. Hit some huge shots, some huge threes, right? I have said repeatedly, I am fine with Anthony Davis taking, a couple threes a game. I don't even mind them running design plays for him to take a couple threes. He can knock them down. And he's been hitting basically at least a 3 a game the last handful of games, which is really good. He was 3 of 8 from 3, which is 37%, something like that, which is good. I don't want it to be a habit where he's taking, 8 threes a game, but I understand the circumstances of this game, kind of, tired legs, whatnot. So I didn't really mind it given the circumstances, but in general, don't make 8 threes a game a habit. But 34 points, 23 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 blocks, 2 steals, 4 turnovers. And this is against Brook Lopez and Giannis. He was a man amongst boys out there. I've said it. I love the way Anthony Davis has been playing. The last, handful of games or so, maybe a little more, he's just been more aggressive, more assertive. He's really imposing his will and his dominance. I love what we're seeing from Anthony Davis out there on the basketball court, and I hope he's able to keep that up. Obviously, we need him healthy. If he's got to take it off, then he's got to take it off. But ideally, if he can go tomorrow, then that's huge, right? Get this win, rattle off these 2 games. That'd give us just so much, not only momentum, but really give us some strides into that game, or into the standings, right? With teams like Sacramento losing, the Suns lost, the Pelicans lost, right? We're trying to catch these teams. Great way to catch it is, hey, go win back-to-back games, and all of a sudden we start getting a full game on some of these teams. That'd be a great approach. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. I pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What'd you think? How'd you feel about this game? What were your thoughts? Do you think that the Lakers get the W tomorrow? Do you think that Anthony Davis plays tomorrow? Again, however you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. Lets me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.